right,
You see any
recording
green
started.
memes?
2. Okay, well, here we are, top of the initiative order, and the shitty thing that, because you guys are all surprised, the Mantrap goes first, with a 22.
Oh, I also have a 22.
But we're surprised.
Your initiative says
Yeah.
20.
But that's because I didn't have my +2 for my cape that I took.
Oh.
So yeah,
So my
should-
dexterity is 14.
Let's see how dexterous this plant is.
Very dex. I don't know. It actually
Oh shit.
could go
okay.
either way.
So, Jonah, we're gonna have to do a little roll off here because it also has a 14.
Wow.
So just roll a d20, and if you
All
go
right.
Come on, Jonah.
Oh, we got a 4.
Oh! Jonah just plays for it. He's like,
Itty bitty
All right,
bit
so-
faster to
So
get my
I'm gonna set
reaction.
Jonah to 23 just to make it clear.
Yeah.
So Jonah goes first. You're no longer surprised. That's actually a good thing in this particular situation.
Oh, great.
So, Jonah and Archie, you are both blinded and restrained.
And Al.
Yeah, that won't matter.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry about that.
God.
baby.
that's cool. Is that new? When you're blinded, the map goes completely black.
Yeah,
That's line of sight.
it's a line of sight.
I like
Well,
that.
it's not new. We haven't had it since
Yeah.
the update.
Wow. Fancy.
And apparently it won't let me roll this? Why not? Oh, it's an effect that goes... Oh, the
I don't
target's
like
turns. Oh, okay. So this
Oh, boy.
so the Mantrap actually doesn't do anything on it, like as far as attacks. Okay. But you guys have both of you have an ongoing effect. So Blackwind, you're surprised. Aelin, you're surprised. Archie, it should do it automatically. Let's find out. Yep.
Ow!
Archie, you take 17 points of acid damage at the start of your turn. You're no longer surprised. Gerald is no longer surprised. Donna Quinn is no longer surprised. Baz is no longer surprised. Jonah.
As a reaction, I'm going to cast Absorb Element on acid.
You
Nice.
bastard.
Oh,
This is how he.
see, this is useful that you went first before it, because you wouldn't have had your reaction otherwise. This is
This
actually
is how
it
he's
makes
able to drink
a
and
difference.
take chemicals.
So yeah, okay. So you absorb so that you use that as a reaction to taking elemental damage. Is that how that spell works?
Yes. Spells capture some of the incoming energy. You have resistance to one of the triggering damages. Acid is one of them.
Okay, so instead of 13, you will take 6.
Yeah. And my next melee attack does extra D6 acid damage, but that's not why I take it.
Okay, well, Jonah, it's your turn. You are inside the plant. You are blind and restrained right now, and you did feel it burning you, but you've managed to absorb some of the element. What would you like to do?
I think I take notes
Take
like
notes.
about this plant. I find this plant very fascinating. I wonder if that would work. Do I have any poison? Yeah. Oh, it's only a D10. I'm just going to throw a firebolt while I think of what to do. Randomly in one direction. Hopefully it's not towards Archie.
Okay. Your just want to check.
I might have to see my target. If not, I can catapult. I don't think I have to see a catapult. Let's see what else I have to catapult.
Well,
needs
I thought
sight.
cantrips, if you're blinded, it's
I think it's
disadvantage.
the restrained effect too.
Ah.
I don't think it stops
Firebolt does not say you have to see your target, so you can make
Oh,
firebolts
nice.
blind. So yeah, you can fire your firebolt off. There's no restriction against that. So
You just
All
blast
right.
it off.
But
in a
it
direct-
would be at disadvantage? Because I'm
Yeah,
We'll do it
restrained?
automatically.
how?
Okay.
I'm not sure how you can miss when you're inside it.
I
You
guess
hit a wet spot.
maybe like I don't get the bolt off, right?
Yeah, you like F up the some sort of plot flavor to explain it because it doesn't make a lot of sense otherwise.
No.
It doesn't bother you a bit.
All right. You guys see like this kind of like glow from in between it's like a little bit of smoke and sizzle comes out.
Burps out a little puff of smoke.
It's a good sign. That means he's still alive in there. You are restrained, which means you cannot move. So I guess you're done.
Gotcha.
Either that or he exploded.
The man trap has no attacks of its own, so its turn's over. Blackwind.
Hey! Oh,
It's really more of a trap than it is a creature, to be honest.
Yeah.
Name.
Is this a natural occurring plant? Or is
You can make a nature check, see if you've seen something like this thing before.
ability, skills, nature? I mean, of course I have. Like, who wouldn't know what these things are? I don't know.
Yeah, this is some sort of giant carnivorous plant that resembles an oversized fly trap. You're fairly certain seeing it that most of these creatures, at least the ones you know of, you may not have seen a giant one like this before, but you do know that most of the time carnivorous plants release some sort of like spore or pollen or something that attracts prey. So perhaps that explains
Lures.
Jonah's and Archie's strange, deliberate beelining towards it. But you don't believe it's ambulatory, and you don't think it has any. Outside of that, you don't believe it would have any offensive or defensive capabilities. Other than if you're alone and you're trapped inside, you'd probably be dissolved.
I was actually thinking about that. Like, if a scout, this would be horrible for a scout to come into and fail. Like, if they were ahead a little bit and then they weren't able to say anything.
Well, I was wondering if you guys were going to be like, I'm going to go and scout ahead and go up here, because that could have happened and nobody would know, right?
I was actually thinking about it, but I'm like, you know what? I'll just stick with the group right now as we go downstairs. But,
yeah. Turns out, good decision. Anyways, your friends are slowly being eaten. What do you do?
I will. Oh, yeah, that helps if I go to the right page. I'm gonna. I'm actually, as a bonus action, I was gonna use my Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And now I'm going to use my advantage on it right away as I move up. It doesn't get opportunity attacks on me as I move away from it at all.
Okay.
So Bloodfall attack with advantage. I said there. Whew.
Yep.
It's a hit. And Bloodfall damage. Cha-cha-cha. Oh, that did not do the d6 onto it because I forgot to add it, I think. I forgot to add the effect, that's why. Dirt. So 6 more damage, I think it is, or d8, whatever. I'll take the 5. If you're okay with that.
Sure.
I forgot to add the effect. Action, and then my next attack. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, why do I do that? Oh, nice.
Nice. You slash a big rend in the side of it.
I don't think tripping it is going to do anything.
No.
It's
literally attached to the ground.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to kind of, even if I have to run around, I'll make my way over to here.
Okay.
And
Blackwind got stuck. Oh, there he goes. Okay.
Did Blackwind with his nature check figure out what type of creature this was?
it's a plant.
It's a plant.
No, it's it's a Venus flytrap, I think, type creature.
Right, but I mean, like, monstrosity.
It's a plant.
It's a plant.
Oh, so it's just plant.
Nature, yeah. It's a like it's a definitely
its creature type is
larger.
plant.
Larger than your average.
Spit him out.
Yeah, it's definitely unhappy with.
Yeah, you punch it after Blackwind ripped the side. You punch it hard, and the thing just kind of like shudders a bit and just kind of collapses open and on the ground with a smell kind of like rotting pumpkin as it kind of sizzles from the inside as it opens up. And
I slap it again with the stick on the ground.
Am
Stay
I
down.
still inside?
No, it opened. It like collapsed open.
I see.
Thoroughly dead. Is that that's do you do anything else, Alan?
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Do they fall out?
It opened, so it collapsed in up on us, and so it opened up. So we're like in the middle.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna take.
I would just reach out my arm to give to Paracelsus to help pull her out, but I don't have another action.
Okay.
Does it do the job of tongue waggle?
So, you're no longer blinded or restrained, as you have. However, the acidic goo that's all over you is still on you, burning away. However, so you are free to take your turn. You take 16 more points of acid damage, though, Archie, as it continues sizzling and burning away. Your clothes are like sizzling and dissolving here and there.
Ow.
Do you have all your gear on you?
Ow. I guess I have my backpack and stuff. Yeah, there's no reason I wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, it's
Don't you
like
normally have Gerald carry it?
Gerald carries some. He carries about half my stuff. I carry the more important stuff.
yeah, it's not. Well, actually, no, I'm not a douche. It doesn't say specifically it destroys equipment. So for flavor, it's the fabric is like pitted and kind of like fraying a bit, but it's not enough to be made unfunctional. But it's definitely sizzling away, and it's burning you like the shit out of your skin. It's all over.
All right.
you.
Well, I will
An acid
take-
wash.
I'll take Aylin's hand and hope I don't burn him. But to pull myself towards Gerald, I would try and grab my water skin and douse my skin to try and get the shit off of me because
Sure.
it hurts.
So use your action to pour your water skin all over you.
Yeah, trying
Yeah,
to get it off my skin.
It's enough
stop
to
hurting.
it's enough to wash it off and stop the effect. But it does take your full water skin to douse yourself.
That's fair.
Gerald
Ow,
goes.
ow.
Donna-Quinn, you go next. This all happens within like very quick, like seconds. This is all going on. But Donna-Quinn, what do you do?
Now what I see. I guess I will try and move up on so I can help out. Archie actually seems to be melting.
Yeah, I'm just like bawling. I'm just like, because it hurt. I'm just burning to death. It's great.
Pretty. I can't really get at her, can I? Gerald's kind of in the way. Can't really stand where Gerald is, can I?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you got 30 foot of movement, right?
Yeah.
So you can just move to here.
Well, I don't want to stand anywhere near until I get the plant with all the goo and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Particularly, so. Since I can't reach him, so Aelin still has all the gunk on him, doesn't he?
Nope.
No, I
Jonah.
didn't get eaten. Jonah does.
Oh, Jonah does. Crap. Well, I can't really get close so I get to do anything.
Damn it, Gerald.
So, yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So just move over there and end your turn. Okay.
Whippy.
Mayas.
Hold on. You could potentially hold a spell as an action and say, so and so come to me
Nah.
if you want to. Then it won't waste it. It'll still use it because we're gonna listen. Okay.
I'm going to. Okay, is Jonah still in the?
It fell open.
So he's standing on top
Okay,
of it.
I just want to
In
make
the
sure I didn't miss him somehow getting out. I'm going to quickly lift him out of the goo.
Okay.
And then can I take him
Throw him in the water.
here to the water and sort of dunk him in and like
Well,
wash
that's
him?
if you want to drop him. There's only like a foot of water down there, and it's like 10 feet down.
Oh.
So you'd have to like drop him in it.
I don't want to drop him.
Spike him.
Kobe!
I will jump down there with.
Sure. Jonah, do you resist this at all?
No.
Okay.
I don't physically resist it. But I was like, oh man, this acid's great. I gotta get a vial of this. See that plan? Hey, twins, you guys are going to be able to do that, right?
Baz, can you give me a dexterity check to see if you can manhandle him without burning yourself on the goop?
Sure.
Yeah. You managed to grab like a strap of something that's not covered in goop and carry him over and hop down. It's only 10 feet, so it's not going to hurt you. Jump down.
Yep.
Sploosh into the water.
Into the water.
Swirly.
Yeah, it's enough to get the goop off of him. It just only takes a bit of a splashing to get rid of it. So Jonah, you are no longer
I'm
burning.
splashing. Sure. Can I look for throat leeches?
They're like microscopic organisms.
I'm going to look.
Sure. Make a perception check. If you're rolling at 20, you think you see them.
Okay.
You know those little eye squiggles that you see in your eyes sometimes?
Yeah.
That's them.
Alright.
The
When I get
water
up, I'll...
is a bit cloudy. You're not sure. Are they leeches? Is it dirt? Who knows?
tell Baz water's safe to drink.
It's got like this green. It's got this like yellowish tinge from this goop that's just been washed off in it.
Is that your ear?
If there were any throat leeches, they're probably dead now. That acid.
Yeah. The feeling, Archie and Jonah, that you had to move towards it is still kind of there, but it's rapidly fading. And it's just sort of like this tickle in your nose now, but it seems to be, with the demise of the plant, you seem to be, the effect seems to have subsided on you.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah.
Or out of initiative order?
Yeah, now we
okay,
are.
I will
dying
try to
anymore,
run
so.
to the plant, and I want to try to salvage some stuff. Either the smelly stuff that made people move, or the acid.
I see Jonah running towards the plant, and I just stand in front of Archie and just body block her from going towards the plant too.
He's going for a round two. It's great
Someone
for
stop him.
you
Yeah.
put the lotion on the
Not me,
skin.
though.
Josh is gonna cannonball.
I mean, I can see us thinking that. Like, oh no.
Yeah, you could make a I don't know what it would be. I guess it'd be a survival. Oh yeah, you know what? Give me would it be survival? No, it's just there. You're just trying to scoop it up safely without burning yourself. So let's give me a alchemical tools check.
I'd have to say he's like the guy ready to salvage anything from a plant. He's got botany. He's got
Yeah, and I
this
think I
and
get
that.
2.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to scoop up like a vial of this goop. The pollen stuff, you can't see anywhere where the pollen really is. It just was kind of in the air, floating around, and it's like dissipated pretty rapidly. You don't think that with the demise of the plant you'd be able to get any of the pollen, but
Sure.
Yeah, you can scoop a vial of acid.
2 vials, right? Because of my ability.
If you got 2 empty vials on you, sure. Yeah.
I think so. I think I bought them.
Yeah.
Just cup it in your hand. Yeah, I got it. It burns.
I have 2 flasks.
And
I'll make those.
unfortunately, Liz, your familiar is melted to goo.
I'm sure it's fine.
It cost me 10 gold to resummon that stupid little bird every time.
He failed his saving throw.
Oh, I know. It's not your fault. I'm just saying. Apparently, he can't last more than like any time.
The life
Yeah.
of a
Thing
familiar.
is even if he hadn't failed the saving throw, he sits in my hat. He was dead either way.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's
I
true.
recall some stories about another familiar having a really bad life.
I've only got one summon left.
So your yeah, and like I said, your equipment is kind of, or not, your equipment isn't damaged, but definitely your clothes are kind of like probably like little spots, like burn spots in them and stuff, like pitted. The leather's pitted
The
slightly.
resale value is ruined.
Archie is sat down and she is just crying because she's burned to shit still, and she's just like, why is it always me? And she's just by piece, mending her clothes.
Little
Well,
dots.
Not
she's
just
right.
animals that try to eat you, the plants try to eat you here too.
This
This is the
plant
first bad
is
plant.
awesome.
This is the second
Kinda
plant
like
that's tried to
stop
Is
eat
there
you.
another
around
one
in it.
around here?
She does follow it up with still better than the spiders
Mm.
Yeah, I thought this was supposed to be the safe side.
from spiders.
I'm going to look around for maybe just any signs of traffic of any sorts. I don't know if there would be any, but
Sure.
foot
Just,
traffic of any sort.
just in general, just around the terrace.
Yeah, so
It's not.
like,
I mean, the terrace isn't that big, so.
yeah. I mean, if it's grass, and hopefully maybe I'd be able to.
Well, it's grass, but it's also like thick ferns and flowers and stuff. Like it's like overgrown, so it's kind of. Yeah, and there's like all sorts of like the flora. There's a lot of it is very unfamiliar even to you, Donna being native to Chult, and Jonah, what you've learned about like botany, like the flowers and the vegetation here is unlike, like there's some stuff that's familiar from the jungle, but this is like like weird plants, like flowers you've never seen before. Even the ferns are like different shapes and sizes and colors. Like it's a very strange vegetation. But yeah, if you want to do a thorough search of the terrace, would probably take about 10 minutes.
Yes, please.
Donna Quinn, do you mind helping my sister out a bit?
Please. You're really good at it.
And do you want me? Survival is fine.
Yeah, survival check's good to check the terrace. Not sure if Sean, if you heard.
What? Sorry.
I'm sleepy.
Would you be willing to help me bandage my wounds with a medicine?
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, of course. Yeah, like I was saying, once I was
I'm
doing
so
that, once it looks
sleepy.
clear, so I get to go in.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'll help Donna Quinn this time around.
Okay, so you'll have
Thank
advantage on it.
Put the lotions on the skins.
Look at it this way, Archie. If it hadn't been a giant plant trying to eat you, it would have been a flying snake coming after me. So
So you'll get 2 extra hit dice from that roll, or 2 extra hit points per hit dice for that roll.
Okay.
and I'll use the supplies for mine.
Okay.
There's one. Come on.
Baz, and so Jonah, you're harvesting poison. Aelin and Donna are bandaging Archie's wounds. Blackquin's searching around. Baz, what are you up to?
I think I'd also be searching
Come
around.
on.
Maybe taking a closer look at the stonework of the walls. So that's something I understand a little bit more than, gardens, I guess.
Sure. You can give me an investigation check.
Okay. Same thing as last time. Same deal.
Sure.
Separate
yeah.
rolls.
Sounds good. Liz, do you have to use all of your hit dice?
All but one.
Okay. I thought so. I saw all these rolls going by.
She was mangled though.
You were mangled. You took 33 points of acid damage in that.
Well, so in between, I'm like, okay, I can take 19 more health. I'm like, do I try and boost that a bit? Or get the hell out of here? I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I'm dead if I don't get out of here. Doesn't matter if I heal 6 for myself. I'm like, I'm dead. So my plan, had it not gone down, was I was gonna be like, I telepathically called Gerald to me to get to me no matter what. So, and then I was gonna hold my action to try and help him get me out.
Well, luckily the man trap had no real defenses, so it was a quick beatdown to get you guys out at least.
Yeah, that was.
I see why though. That it does
Break
heavy
by
damage
the-
fast.
Yeah.
I'm with the surprise round. It's brutal. On me.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like,
That-
its stealth is super high. It's like, it's indistinguishable, like, when it's in vegetation. It's basically
The
invisible.
other plants that we ran into, that carnivorous type plants, were the same. Like they just blend in, right? You're not.
Yeah.
They look like a plant.
As you guys are discussing this, looking around, you're kind of like, looking around at all the other weird plants everywhere. It's like, what else here can kill us?
It's
Everything.
gonna be the most innocuous looking one.
Yeah. So there's
See that
this
flower?
tiny
It
little
wants
like
to kill
pink
you.
lily. What's this? Ah! Digs into your
See
eyeball.
that mosquito? It
Eats
wants
your
to
brain.
kill you. See that flock of sturges? That's gonna kill you. Sturges.
All right,
Thank you,
so
Jonathan.
15. Where's your survival roll? 15 survival, 16 or 9 investigation, 16 if it's by scent. Yeah, that's what that means. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking around as you bandage up and take another quick rest, essentially. Character spends 10 minutes searching the garden terrace. Oh, inevitably stumbles upon. Ooh, you stumble upon something, guys.
Inevitable.
Yeah, we found it. Full of acid.
Let's find out.
Didn't even take 10 minutes.
This is perfect for Blackwind. I love it.
Oh jeez.
Blackwind. So you're searching around. You don't find any traces of footsteps, or if there ever was, it's like so overgrown that the soil's been churned up by plants. Like there's no other than your own footsteps. There's no other like activity here.
I wonder why.
Yeah. However, you do find what's your passive perception? It's high enough. Okay, so you do find that there is as you're kind of wandering around in this area, suddenly you see up above you in the tree branches, there are what you first thought were birds of some sort flitting around. There are 4 flying monkeys that are playfully throwing back and forth between each other several like large blue bananas. And they're just kind of like when they notice you down there, one of them turns to you and like tosses a banana down at you. Not like in a like in a threatening manner, just kind of like throws it down at you.
It is a banana and not poop, right?
Well, it's not a banana.
So that's what you discover.
I would like to speak with these guys, if you guys don't mind. Maybe they can. I mean, what could go wrong with communicating with monkeys, let alone flying monkeys?
The way that you started to say that kind of sounded like you were like, I would like to speak to their manager.
Excuse me, I didn't order the blue bananas.
Pardon me. Your employee was very rude.
They were just very rudely just chucked a banana at me.
Like I'm some kind of monkey. Maybe do you guys mind if we do? I try to get some information. Maybe they. I've never.
I think taking our time here is a great idea, Blackwind.
I've never spoken with a flying monkey before. I'm sure it's going to be no problem.
Baz, you're so Blackwind, this is down here by this tree where you saw these monkeys.
Oh, okay. Monkeys.
You're being bandaged right now. Hold on.
Right. That was my after the 10 minutes are over, and that's my next thing.
Baz, you're looking around at the stonework. You said so. You're probably over near this wall, or do you go look at the north wall? Where are you?
I didn't really specify. I guess I would probably start the eastern wall because that's where I was closer to at the time.
Yeah, you do.
Way around.
Yeah.
So
probably, yeah.
So this this thing here is a beautiful face. There's no plaque near this one though, but it is the same face as down below. And so nothing super interesting about that. Why? God, it's lagging when I try to move your token. As you kind of go back up here, you recall, or maybe no, you don't recall because no, you did come from up there, didn't you? Yeah, you guys did.
Yeah.
You did pass by another one that was kind of in this corner here. That one is looks to be of a handsome Chultan man, with kind of like a fancy headdress. There's again no plaque or anything for you to determine what it might be or like who he might be. And as you're wandering over here, looking at this northern wall still, You can see, so there's these steps are kind of overgrown with roots and stuff. They do lead upwards, and I was mistaken because I didn't know how to read this map properly. Haha. So, this doesn't lead up to a walkway at the top. I thought it did. It leads into like a alcove that leads like about 10 feet up. There's like there's another alcove that leads north into another what looks to be very kind of dark, secluded, like vines hanging down, like garden. That looks it's pretty dark up there, but up here leads into another garden.
Okay.
Question. When I looked from above, could I tell what did lead up onto the walkway?
There isn't anything.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Not from these terraces. There's no there.
No,
But
but when I was looking above,
yeah, I know.
did I see something from other terraces? Was my question.
Not yeah. So from what you gather, the only way beyond these terraces is through. Then there's a very similar, like the other side is almost like a mirror to this, a different vegetation and layout slightly with where the trees are and stuff. But there's the only way off of these lower garden terraces is these walkways that lead up in. And now you saw that there was 4 gardens that were like overgrown that you couldn't see inside. So this must be the entrance to one of those gardens. Now from there was another set of stairs that you saw that led out onto this upper terrace from inside there.
Okay.
So you effectively go up these stairs through that smaller garden and then up the stairs to the
Okay.
And same thing on the other side. And there were also stairs that lead down because there's 4 gardens on all 4 corners of that big structure in the middle. So there was stairs that led down into all of them. So,
so from one, it takes you up to the walkway, which can access any of them.
Exactly.
Is what you okay?
Yeah. So you guys are, for the purposes of this, Baz, you're searching around. What did you? 17. Sorry, just give me one sec. I'm just doing something. Why? Okay, what the frick? Is the party sheet in the way?
I like to party. That background thing pop up on you?
No.
No. Hidden window. Damn it.
There we go. Alright, so you guys are searching around. You're down there, you guys are bandaging and harvesting goop and stuff. Baz, you're wandering around up here. Baz, as you're wandering, you turn back to maybe talk to the party for a moment. A vine loops down from the tree above you, wraps around your neck, and constricts, pulling you off the ground. You are surprised, as is the party, but you get a higher initiative than it, so you can now take reactions. Oops. Sorry, I need to. So everybody got higher initiative than the plant.
Wow.
So you guys are everybody's surprised because nobody saw it coming. However, Baz,
Oh my god, it's huge.
there, yeah, a big tangle of vines comes down. One of which wraps around you. And if I could stop fucking lagging, what is happening? Are you guys getting lag in Fantasy Grounds?
I'm getting a bit.
Every time I try to move a window or whatever, it like
Dice rolling seems fun to me.
That seems okay.
Every so often, I get a
Like a
little
little
bit.
snap, yeah.
Well,
Oh.
Like it moves and then leaps a little bit.
I don't know.
Heavy usage, maybe?
Maybe it just doesn't like you.
It doesn't like you.
I don't like you either.
So it wraps around you, dealing 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it constricts around your neck and grapples you.
Oh.
You are restrained while grappled.
WrestleMania?
And so as it wraps around and grapples you, kind of pulls you up, you feel like pinches all around your neck as these like sharp thorns start digging into you. That's the end of the round. Donaquin goes next. Sean has stepped away. So, I don't know. What would Donaquin do?
He could thorn whip me and like pull. So I would just be like,
Does he have any ranged
Whip me!
cantrips
Thorn whip, doesn't it?
other than Thorn Whip?
He could thorn with the thorn.
Let's find out. What has he got? Actions. Unless he's going to use a good... He casts good. He casts Goodberry. What's the range on this? I'll just say he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. Oh no, it's 30 feet. He can do it from here. Okay.
Plant growth.
He makes it bigger. He missed anyways. Okay, so he thorn whips the plant, trying to tear it with his whippy thorn. Misses. Baz, at the start of your turn, the digging vines inject poison into your veins.
something like that.
Oops, here, let me back up. You take 25 points of poison damage from the digging vines, and you just kind of feel like your skin kind of just gets these like blackish and green kind of veins coming off you as this digs into your neck. It attempts to pull you, but you're too heavy for it to actually lift, but it's grappled you from above. It is your turn. You are restrained and grappled, but you still can now take your turn as normal.
I'm gonna Hulk out. And then I am going to...
I want to see something.
Okay, sure.
I just want to see if there's a limit to the size of creature it can... Oh, as long as it... Okay, no. How big are these? Oh, it's large and you're large. Okay, yeah. So it can do it to creatures its size or smaller. So even though you're large, it can still constrict you. I was just checking if you just auto break it if you grew.
I was semi hoping for that, but not expecting it. And I will take my turn, or my action. Excuse me. I'll attempt to break free of the grapple.
Sure. So it's opposed, but you have advantage because of your giant's might, right?
That's right.
So you're using athletics, I'm assuming.
That's right.
Okay. What'd you get? A 20. Ooh. Let's see how strong this plant is. Pew. Does 13 beat 20? Nope. You
I
tear the vines off of yourself and are no longer restrained and grappled.
And I'm going to I want to run back.
Okay. As you go to run away, the vine whips out and tries to grab you again.
Sure.
It has opportunity attack. It hits you and wraps around you again, dealing 8 points of damage. You are grappled and restrained again.
Cool.
You try to run and it just whips out and just grabs you again, pulls you back.
I should have used my friggin' advantage, or inspiration. Give it disadvantage. All right.
Sorry.
Cool. I will. What the fuck? Oh, oops. Hold on.
Well, you've done bonus action.
I did do a bonus action. You're right.
Yeah.
But no. Well, never mind. Forget it. It's fine. Done.
Archie, so yeah, you see Baz like struggling, he rips the thing off, goes to stumble away, and he just kind of like lashes out lightning quick and just wraps him again, preventing him from moving. He's not looking too good, he's having trouble breathing. What do you do?
Oh boy, I'm gonna throw a fire bolt at it and try and burn the vine, I guess. Try and get it to let Baz go? Let Baz go. Resist fire? It's a plant!
Yeah,
The wet one.
the fire hits it and it just kind of like sizzles and like with this wet sparking sound.
Try poison.
I think it's poisoning you.
Gerald,
Use the poison on itself.
help Baz.
Kill all plants. Kill all the plants.
And that's all I got.
Yeah, we lost John.
Shit, Gerald's the strength to
Yep.
jump.
Yeah,
Looks
hopefully
off.
he's back
Back to the
soon.
distance. Yeah,
Aelin,
well,
yeah.
Those drugs
What
are
the
really
fuck?
good to him.
Well, it's technically Gerald's turn.
Oh, right, sorry. Yeah,
It's
that's
fine. He's just, I don't... 5, 10, 15, 20, 20... He's only got 25 movement, so I don't think there's any way he can actually get to Baz this turn.
It's a double move.
5. 1,
Can you
2,
jump the pit?
4. Yeah, he can get there.
Can he?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3...
So where was he? Was right here, right?
He was there, right? So if he goes
1,
over
2,
1, can
3.
he...
No.
Can he go on an angle onto the stairs?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You might trip on the stairs, possibly,
3,
maybe.
4. Yeah, you can absolutely get to, like. just south of-
This is down below with a little wall in the way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he goes.
You can.
Oh, I can't. Okay, he goes.
So
That
he's
way.
one.
He goes to this square,
5, 10...
and then he goes up and to the right. Yeah. Then up and to the left.
That's
Yeah,
25.
he's only got 25 movement.
Yeah,
but-
he would have to dash. Is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah,
Well, no, he
double
can
move.
dash
Yeah.
to you, no problem.
Okay,
So that he can't give you the help action unless he can get to you in one
I
turn.
understand. Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out a way he
Okay,
could
sorry.
get to you.
My
I just
mistake.
didn't understand the way the stairs were set up, whether he could
Yeah.
jump onto the stairs to skip the 5 movement by trying to just jump onto them.
He can try and jump over. The
He can't jump
chasm.
over. Is
I
it be a
think Corey's-
standing jump?
Yeah.
Can I tell if this like ball of vines seems to have multiple? Like, does it seem like it could grab multiple people, or is it like one big thick vine that's grabbing Baz?
It looks to be one large vine, not multiple vines, like in a big mass. It looks
Okay.
like one large thick vine with these little spiny thorns over it. It's probably like the size of a good coiled rope, like thick. Like, so it's not just like a thin little vine. It's like a big thick rope like vine.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up to it. Yeah, and I'm gonna hit it. Let him go.
I fucking hate plants. I'm going full carnivorous.
Yeah, you're gonna turn me into a vegetarian. I'm gonna flurry a blow. Actually, shit, I should have done on the first one. On the second one, I'm going to stunning strike.
Oh. Whew.
And now I'm gonna flurry of blows.
And stunned also incapacitates, right?
Yes.
So he lets. Because
Yeah.
we determine you can't grapple while. Well, stunned,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, stunned. Stunned is it's incapacitated plus can't move, can't speak. Auto fails strength and dex saves, and attack rolls against it have advantage.
Nice. So you free him, you punch it real hard, and the plant just kind of shudders and releases Baz.
You hit it right in the chakram. Plants have chakrams? Probably.
Sure.
That's an energy force.
I'm not gonna flurry of blows. I'm gonna end it there.
Okay.
You know what? No, I'm gonna step back.
It hasn't gone since Baz, right? No.
It's stunned.
Yeah. Oh, it's stunned anyways. You're right. John
Back,
back?
John.
Yeah,
John's
John's
back. And
There we
it's
go.
just in time.
just coming into Fantasy Grounds, I assume.
Yep, I have to load it up. I throw a firebolt at it.
The creature is
Die.
stunned, so you have advantage.
When the
creature-
substance of the character starts interfering with the programs on the computer.
Would Jonah
Got
have
me alive.
noticed what Archie did to it?
I also said it.
Yeah, fire was resisted by
I
it.
said resistant to fire? What is your plant?
Yeah. What's up with that? Oh man, definitely have to get some of that.
I specifically kept my fire cantrip today because I'm like, it'll be useful if there's any bad plants.
I mean, not all the plants are gonna be resistant to fire.
This could be an exception. It's just it's not tinder dry.
Oh, the man trap wasn't resistant to fire.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
especially on the inside.
You want me to roll for you, or are you almost in?
yeah. Just roll for me. My character's not. It's take a while to load. Again, I think it's just being laggy, and I'm loading everything. It's taking a while.
I wonder if that was what spiked the lag for you, Corey.
I don't know. Just kind of.
Yeah. Pew pew.
Hit him and did damage.
Yep, got him. Blackwind,
Like,
a
so
monkey
like,
just
what?
threw fruit at you, and then you heard a cry and mayhem from up north.
So now I have a blue banana in my hand, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Did you eat the banana?
I just smash it onto my head. No. Just put it on like a hat.
You're
Uh,
hallucinating.
Is this like a recognizable creature?
You could attempt a nature check, sure, if you want to.
I would love to. I'm on my plant
Oh.
game today.
Yeah, Blackwind, you kind of spin around and spy this big thorny plant, and you go, ah, shit! It's an assassin vine. Assassin vines are virtually indistinguishable from normal plants when not in motion.
Weird.
Oh, Jesus.
They have a very deadly ambush style and a very virulent poison. They tend to choke things out while injecting lethal poison into its veins. It also has the ability, with a 21 you would know this, it also has the ability to animate other vines in a large radius around it to attack on its behalf as well.
Son of a.
Or not to attack on its behalf, but to prevent anything from getting away from it easily. It can create a field of like entangling vines so it makes it difficult to get away.
Good news is it is.
This thing hasn't
stunned.
done that yet because it's an action to do so, and it can't do that. So basically, if it's already constricting you, and it gets its turn again without it, because it can only grab one person, then it can activate the vines around it. But it hasn't
Right now.
been able to yet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it
it-
is with a 21. You would know as well that it is resistant to both cold and fire.
It's resistant to fire, guys.
Yeah, it's a very hardy plant that thrives in even the most inhospitable environments, so temperature is not a problem for it.
Stuns seem to affect it too.
Yep, like all plants, it is immune to blind, deaf, exhaustion, and prone.
About the poison, is it do I know if it's a lasting poison or is it just like a
As long as
contact?
it's continually injecting it through, it's only while grappled. The poison is
It's a
continually
wound
injected.
enhancer then.
Yeah, it's not a
Okay.
stay in your system poison.
So, okay. good to know. I'm like, I start charging it with banana in hand, and I get closer. I don't know if I can. I could probably stand there, I guess.
Yeah,
not
the
standing in
creature's
acid, right?
dead and pretty much inert at this point.
It's a nerf.
It's a nerf.
35 with the javelin, so I think that's long, isn't it?
Yes. Javelins are
Unf-
30. I think javelins are like 10, 60 or 30, 15,
They
30. I don't know.
are. Where is it? There it is. Oh fuck! Doesn't say.
30, 120.
31
just
20s.
over.
Yeah.
And I moved 25 or 30.
Did you do your bonus action Zephyr Strike movement? Did you do that already?
That was a while ago.
That was the previous combat.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. You can move. You just move 5
I
more
can move
feet.
5 more.
Yeah.
now it's in range. So yeah, banana in hand, and I'm like, oh fucking not now, you. So I huck a javelin. Oops. My map is going all over the place, but there we go.
Yeah. Why do you have? Oh, because it's stunned.
Stunned. And the javelin piercing damage. I'm sure this is gonna do a shit ton. No,
Not bad.
not bad. I actually was expecting just to get one of those ones or something. Action.
sorry.
I can throw it twice, can I not?
Yes, you can. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
right. You can make
I've
two
actually-
with javelins.
I've never really thought about that.
Yeah, as long as you have enough javelins, yeah, you can throw 2.
Yeah. Maybe I should have thrown the banana.
Banana does 1 point of
Grab this.
banana damage.
Suck on this. Oop. How do I always do that? I always grab the standard D6 so it doesn't roll the damage.
Nice.
There. Apparently, I can throw a javelin into a tree quite well.
Hey, you're doing damage. Anything
I was
else? Do you have
expecting
bonus
resistance.
actions? No.
No, I think, yeah, that's all I can really do with range. So I think
Okay.
you already skipped my turn.
Yeah, I did. Well,
Son
I
of a
forgot that you
bitch.
could throw twice. Yeah.
How often does that come up?
All right. Well, the vine is stunned, so it just goes away at the end of the turn. Does it roll?
End of my next turn.
End of your next turn. It goes. Okay. Which will. Oh, which means that makes So Donna Quinn is back. Oh, Sean's actually back. So this vine is killing the shit out of Baz. You thorn whipped it last turn. It did some damage.
No, you missed.
No, you're right. You missed. You did nothing.
This was your whips.
It is currently stunned,
It is stunned.
so
yeah.
Advantage
attack
to hit,
advantage.
but it does it automatically.
But knowing you have advantage, you might want to do something. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Mage.
Also fails dexterity throws.
And it's resistant to fire and cold.
Yes.
Resistant to fire and cold.
Is it
Okay.
Baz is bleeding from his orifices. Actually,
mostly his
yeah.
neck?
He's fucked up.
yeah, it did. Yeah, I'm
So-
bleeding from holes I never knew I had.
His neck has been like
Eh.
razored.
Okay, I guess I will run around. How large is Baz? Is really large, eh?
He's large size. He's giant growth.
I'm just gonna run around. What kind of plant is it?
It's an assassin vine. A large, thick rope with spikes that inject venom to its grappled foes.
If it wakes up, it might be able to animate other roots to entangle. I think is what he.
Alright, then I'm gonna run around. Yeah, I'm gonna run around here and look at him. Where's him?
You got stuck. There you go.
This is like original Diablo rubber banding.
What is going on? There you go.
I'm gonna go up here, stuff, and I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on him. And I'm gonna do it as a 2nd level spell.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I will do. I don't know how to modify it inside that, so it does it. But
When you pick up the dice to drop it on him to heal, just right click while you're holding the dice, and it'll add a
oh,
dice
that's how I
to
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then just drop it on his whatchamacallit?
On
On
his-
his.
Yeah, either in the combat tracker or his token on the map, whichever.
Beauty.
Oh,
14.
Oh.
Nice.
There. These aren't so bad. Right.
Okay.
Beautiful roll.
Okay, Baz. So you
quickly,
tried to get away, it hit you again, but now what do you do?
I'll quickly turn to Botanical and oh, thanks. And then I just
You're
big
welcome.
motion swing over and strike at the assassin vine. Do I have? I do. Oh, wait. Is that right? Oh, it's stunned.
Yeah,
Okay.
stunned. Oof. Chop a big, kind of like this green spray of ichor comes out of it as you slash into it.
Ugh.
I have a feeling there's going to be a few extra for the road coming from Baz.
Wow.
If he kills
Nice
it.
rerolls. Jesus.
well,
You did that damage to yourself.
Bradley,
He's mad at
Hold
you
on.
dropped it on yourself.
Let
damn
me,
it,
let me.
sorry.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry, hold on.
You're
Oh,
dead.
God, it's
You're
getting
killing
worse.
him.
Oh god!
He's already dead.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no other way around it.
Yeah, he's like,
Sorry, so you. Oh god, what were you
I'm
at?
on
On
your
his
side,
own
Plant.
sword.
37. You were at 37 before. Okay.
I'm just dead now.
Let me drop that onto the assassin vine here.
He's
There we
like,
go.
that's it. I can't take these plants anymore.
It must be shift drop to reverse damage, because I did control and alt and just kept doing damage to you. Shift drop must. There's a way to reverse the damage roll by just dragging it, but it didn't work. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know how to do it. Either way.
We'll try shift next time we mess up.
And then I will.
You got to put a note on it to tell you how to do it, like I did with my hunter's mark.
And now that I'm facing this direction, I will glance over at Aelin and just be like, and good work on that stun.
Maybe back up so you don't draw its ire
Yeah, good call.
End it.
And-
End
yeah, I'm
it.
gonna-
again.
I wonder if we would try and grab Gerald if that was the only thing.
That's the hope, actually.
Gerald, do the ooga boogie boogie.
Donaquin's close though.
All right,
Boom.
Archie.
All right. Gerald punched the shit out of it. The vine, not Donaquin.
Just starts killing everyone.
This is all I got right now. So
Kapow.
that's
Hey, he follows orders.
that's my first crit. Oh, this is me.
Just
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's resistant to the damage, but that's
Hey,
okay.
it's enough.
Resistance.
Oh, is it enough? No, it's not. It's alive.
Now it's Gerald's turn.
How's that? Yeah, that
you
was
hit it in a weeping
fireball you
sore.
covered down.
That was me. So Gerald is going to attempt to punch the shit out of it.
No.
He does not.
No.
It's plants, apparently.
All right,
Plant beats
Aelin.
rock.
So it's the end of your turn. It's no longer stunned. Yeah.
That's right.
I think he's
Oh, the
confused.
stun went away though.
I think the duration is baked into it, so that it's a round, but that's it's the end of my turn, so I can
It's-
Okay,
reapply
just roll with advantage if you're attacking it.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's an
easy.
awkward way to make it work. I don't think there's any way to
Oh, there it
end
goes.
of your turn.
Maybe
Okay, it's dead.
Gerald can't tell it's a plant because it doesn't move much. Like, so he's like, what do I kill? It's just a plant.
I had
One
one
point,
hit man.
I hit it again.
It's okay.
The
Whack, whack.
the plant, which is kind of writhing with the flames, you run up and smack it, and just kind of like collapses out of the tree like a coil of rope, like falling, just coils up on the ground.
You guys look back. I'm standing there with a banana in my hand, a blue banana.
Drop that banana, it's gonna kill you.
I'm not gonna do it. I got it pointed at my head. I'm gonna end it. By the
Because
way,
apparently everything here wants to kill us.
is this a special banana?
Awesome.
Is it a special banana? It's been gifted to me by flying monkeys.
All right. Maybe we don't split up at all until we're ready to move on. Yeah.
Baz, are you okay?
He's fine. You look a little.
I've been better.
I think your singing voice is
Oh.
fucked.
Yeah, neck is a bit. Ugh. Take out some water. Just chug down half a water skin. Get the.
I'm going to eat everything here.
I'm gonna go over here. I don't want to be by this big evil plant. I'd rather be by the other evil plant.
Oh, and we find another evil plant.
Baz, do you need to take a minute?
No, I'm okay. I'd rather
Jonathan,
kind of get going.
I think we should bandage you up, Baz.
I think
I would go over and help something.
I should try to get anything I can for information from these flying monkeys.
Yeah, you should. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you were gonna talk to them, so we were gonna wait for that anyway. You may as well
Also,
ban.
this blue banana they threw at me. Is it just a regular blue banana, or?
Now that you have time to actually look down at what you're holding, it's a dancing monkey fruit.
Oh. Jonah's like,
Where are these monkeys?
Hey, Baz, do you want?
As I start to cast fireballs.
All right, I hand it to Jonah. Easy there, fella. He's like getting all like.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if he's playing.
oh my
First
God.
one's for you.
I'm not even gonna try to read into it. I like not knowing.
While he talks to the monkeys, I'm gonna look at both of those faces that Baz saw.
If we are waiting around 10 minutes anyway, then yeah, I will go ahead and bandage up.
Okay.
Is it ritual, Ryan?
It is a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I play it as they're all rituals. I get to use them once a day because it's an extra spell
Okay.
that I get to use as a ranger feature.
And I'm actually looking for other herbs or plants we know in this area. Preferably not the man-killing kind, but anything we would find in jungle or.
Try not to aggravate any more plants.
So Blackwind's doing his ritual to try to talk to the monkeys. I assume you don't sit down in the goopy plant, so you move slightly south. Jonah, you're looking for other plants that may have properties that are interesting to you. Baz, Donaquin is bandaging you, so we'll do a medicine check for that. Archie and Jonah can both give me investigation checks. Or I guess Jonah's would be survival, right? If you're looking for plants.
Plants.
Yeah.
Useful plants. Oof! Wow. Somebody did some weird.
Jonah
physics on
rolled
that
2
die.
dice for some reason.
I did it again. Because I
What
have
is
advantage.
happening with yours?
No, because it's just. It's me.
It's
You're adding the extra die, aren't
It's
you?
user error every time.
Right
It's
clicking?
natural for me to right click and just pick up 2 dice when I want to do advantage, which isn't how Fantasy Grounds does it. I have to go down here and click the advantage button. But for me, I'm thinking, oh, I'll just pick up 2 dice.
right. Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
it works. You just have to do the math
Do the
yourself,
math,
as
yeah.
opposed to.
Yeah. But
That's how I keep kind of messing up with my damage rolls. I'll just grab like one of the plain dice and drop it on it, and it's like, well, what do you want me to do with that? Oh yeah, right.
Okay. We need a medicine check from Donaquin.
Yeah, can I get maybe Donaquin to?
Was Aelin gonna help? with that one?
I mean, Baz could probably
Or
help.
you do? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Sure.
It
Yeah,
hurts.
I'll help you patch me up.
It hurts here. He like points at everything.
It's just the throat
Ah.
every time.
19, Sean. You can't cross that 20 to give him 1 extra hit point, apparently. That's okay. 2 extra, though.
The threshold is unbreakable.
I think I rolled a 19 for D6 last time.
Remember, it's 2 per dice.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
If you, if you add it into the modifier
Yeah,
before
no,
you
I
roll
just-
it, it'll.
Alright, and while you're rolling, so what did we get here? Archie got a 20. Jonah got... What was your actual roll, Jonah?
11.
11? Okay. Alright, let's roll on this. Let's see what happens. Oh, luckily that one can't come up twice. You almost found yourself an assassin vine, Jonah.
Yeah.
But luckily the assassin vine has been slain already.
I think we were attracting them all to us.
Oh, you did find something. Jonah, you will find... I don't think you guys have encountered this before. Yay, I get to add it to my table. You find a... as you're digging around in some of the roots here, you can roll yourself... Actually, how much of this do you get? If you can roll a 1d4, I guess minimum is 2 for you, so 2. You find enough for 2 doses. This plant is called wild root. Wild root, and so the way this stuff works, introducing the juice of a wild root into a poisoned creature's bloodstream, for example by rubbing it on an open wound, rids the creature of the poisoned condition.
That's awesome.
Once used in this way, a wild root loses this property.
So each dose you can use once.
It's kind of similar to Cleansing Lily, except instead of having to use 5 doses, it only uses 1, and it doesn't give the advantage on saves. So it's just a cure, straight out remove poison, single dose.
It's a cure.
As far as you're aware, there's no downside, and I'll add it to the table at some point later.
Sure.
Let's be honest,
That's great.
Jonah, do you believe in downsides to any plants?
What do you think this is for? And I'll hold it up.
That's why I was asking how long that poison was. Like, I could use protection from poison from the Ouroboros, but it's a touch spell though.
Archie, since you're looking around, you will also find something.
I'm like glued to her wherever she goes. Buddy
Archie,
system.
As you guys are looking around up north there at these statues, there's nothing any more than what I've already described to what Baz saw for those things.
Okay.
However, as you're walking around in the tangled undergrowth, you come across your foot hits something on the ground. And looking down and kind of clearing some of the tangled brush away from the ground there, you come across what looks to be a kind of overgrown, covered in lichens, moth, and vines that twist around its bones. What looks to be a corpse. It's hard to tell what happened to this guy. However, you do notice... I mean, you or Aylin's right next to you. Either of you can give me a quick medicine check. Doesn't matter if you're trained or not. You can still do it as you're looking at it.
Yeah, it's almost double 4.
Yeah. Aylin's just kind of like, he dead. Archie,
Oh my god.
looking at it though, it looks to you like all the vertebrae and bones around its neck have been crushed and broken.
Assassin.
Maybe an assassin vine killed him. But on the body, you will find 2 things. One is a...
Archie would find the corpse.
Actually, sorry, 3 things. I'll put them in the party sheet as you found you found some loot here. He's got a pack. That seems to be intact. It looks like the plants weren't interested in his gear. It's a scholar's pack. It has a backpack, a bottle of ink, an ink pen, a book that can be used for taking notes, 10 sheets of parchment, a little bag of sand, and a small knife. All in good condition. You also find a small pouch with 15 gold pieces in it. And what's even more interesting, you find a small wooden box measuring about 12 inches long, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. It looks like a normal wooden box, but the craftsmanship tells you it's something special. A quick hold on.
It's gonna eat you. Don't open it. Don't open it. It's a mimic.
Yeah, it is.
I was just about to get to the good part of what it is when you got rid of it. I was like, no.
Yeah. Well, you guys are
We'll just have to look at it later.
yeah. When you get a chance, but it's definitely something special. It's got like these ornate carvings and stuff on the side, and inside it. You're not sure exactly how to open it. Like it doesn't really open. It's got like these intricate kind of like clasps and stuff on it that doesn't really open well. You need to spend some time with it to try to figure out what exactly it is.
Speak with animals lasts for 10 minutes as well. So I mean, it's not like we won't have a little bit of time if I use up all my talkie time. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it talking to monkeys that are high on flying monkey fruit. Dancing monkey fruit.
Yeah, Black, when you talk to these little monkeys as your beast sense or your beast talkie kicks in, the monkeys are definitely definitely high. They find everything hilarious. They're tossing these blue bananas back and forth. One of them just kind of sitting there on the branch, just doing a little jig.
Look at that guy down there. What the fuck is he doing, bro?
They seem to be very amused with your antics in the garden thus far.
I mean, they probably got to be happy at least a little bit that there's a couple of predators that are gone.
Yeah.
If they're even in
they tell you that there's all sorts of fun and yummy plants in here. Just stay away from the big ones. But is there anything you're trying to find out from them? Like what are you trying to dig for some info?
Yeah, like maybe if there's other dangerous plants, continuing. I think the next way we got to go would have to be this way, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. If we go up that way towards the big bubble in this direction, I guess I would try to use, obviously, ways to describe that dome.
Sure. Give me a animal handling check.
Yeah.
See what you can get out of these guys.
Well, at least I have wisdom.
Like to say, Corey, I also have speech of the woods as well.
Oh, so you can.
Let's get high together.
Yeah.
Speak with.
So you guys could maybe help each other talk in the
yeah.
Or we have 2 opportunities to use it.
Because Brian, can you understand and talk to them?
Yeah.
With the spell.
Yeah. He can only do it once per day.
See, I can do it all the time.
You can just talk to animals?
Yeah. I can. Yeah. I can understand the ability to decipher their noises and motions. Yeah.
How cool is that, you guys?
So you actually understand them on a behavior level, like on a deeper sense, than you probably actually have better success. Maybe.
Well, it's a little different. Like the spell allows you to actually like talk English or common, like talk like as if you're carrying the speech of the woods allows you to understand and decipher their motions. But still effectively it does the same thing. A friendly beast can relay what it has seen or heard in the recent past. It doesn't grant you friendship with the beasts, though you can combine it. So yeah, it's a very similar thing actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I would use my animal handling on stuff to get better into
cool.
it and
Sure.
also put them in.
That would be splendid. Although I mean, I didn't do too bad. Could have been better.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Might as well try. You want to do a separate roll, or you can give him advantage? Either one, it doesn't matter. Or he can give you advantage, but it doesn't matter. Well, I guess it does matter.
Seeing also that Blackwind was doing that also, I would go and give Blackwind advantage and stuff like that, going up to him also saying that I have the ability to understand and decipher what your animals as well, and also, and I would like to help him out also to try and help us both understand them better.
Your
All right.
body language can help convey stuff better.
All right, make a. Well, I guess I'll roll again and just see which one's better then, because it's advantage.
Okay, animal handling. It's a 50-50 chance to be better. It's a well. That was bad advice.
So
The way Donaquin's explaining to you is like an innate connection with nature, and Blackwind's just like,
I
what?
just talk.
Yeah. What do you mean the way that they're moving?
What do you mean I have to start undulating in the air?
Well, 12. I mean, they're pretty incoherent, and they're definitely like super high, so it's hard to say exactly. However, they do. Well, they will let you know that they seem to refer to it as the secret gardens. So you don't know. You assume they mean the littler gardens, that are like in those little alcoves, not the big terraces.
Maybe I described the flower, like maybe that they've seen it, like.
They don't know anything about the orchid.
Okay.
They haven't. You get this impression that they kind of stick to the outer terraces and near the edges of the place, and not go like inside like the darker areas and stuff.
Smart mom.
But
The
they will let you know that since they know what this thing is exactly, they will let you know that the northeastern secret garden, as they call it, contains one of those plants as well.
The assassin ones or the
big man traps.
The mouthed ones?
Yep.
I guess another, if hopefully I can get this out of them, because I know this is probably slow going communication.
Mhm.
But the dwarf, the expedition, if they've seen other.
No. These monkeys are
too young.
Are too young. Yeah, they haven't even been around a full year.
Actually, I get what you're saying too, because I mean, honestly, they're fucking high as fuck. So do they even remember last week?
Yeah, yeah, and
fair enough.
Assuming you guys are roughly a year behind the Yellow Banner, or a little bit more than that, because you guys were kicking around for a while before you went after them, right?
Yeah.
But assuming, yeah, they don't know that far back.
No, that makes sense actually. I mean.
They will tell you, however, as well. They don't give you any details as much as you might try to clarify what they're talking about, but they tell you to stay away from what they call they call them the Eblis. Which you can make a nature check actually. Donaquin, you could as well. To see if you know what that actually is referring to, Eblis. You both do. Eblis, and it makes sense to you now, but Archie's description wasn't the greatest apparently. But yeah, those big birds are definitely would be Eblis. Eblis are large, intelligent, like sentient crane-like creatures. With an 18 and 19, you would know that Eblis have some magical abilities, like magical innate powers. In particular, with those roles there, you would know that Eblis have the ability to hypnotize people. And they tend to be very mean-spirited and pranksters, but their pranks aren't like funny pranks or haha, or they're like pranks that can get you seriously hurt.
Cruel.
It's just a prank, bro.
They're cruel and
yeah, they're cruel.
Play with their food.
Yeah, they're capricious. They're not carnivorous actually, but they're just cruel and capricious, and they are very they're just jerks, basically. They're not innately evil creatures, but they're just fucking jerks.
Well, it's good to know because I mean I didn't actually have I didn't think that the creature was going to be that big of a dick. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a bird. Birds are nice, right?
Yeah, but they're as smart as like human. Like they are smart, and they have their own language and everything. So.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. I mean, it probably takes a long time to get a lot of information or little information.
Yeah, that's probably about all you can glean from their mostly innate chattering.
If I can, attention, focus.
Yeah, after a while they probably just get kind of bored, and one of them looks kind of sleepy, and they're all just like, well, let's go get some of those yellow berries we saw. Yeah, okay, and they kind of just flutter off after a while.
Yellow berries. Do we know what yellow berries? We don't know any yellow berries, do we? Yellow berries.
Leaving you guys bandaged up and in the terrace.
I share the bit of intelligence with everybody. Thanks for your help, Donaquin. I mean, together we could probably next time we'll work better together. We'll have to work on our communication. Apparently, we can't speak to each other. What? But
meanwhile, Jonah's like digging up these big, thick roots from the ground.
He's got like dancing monkey fruit like leaking from his
best
mouth.
place ever. Can I live here?
There's just vines and shit sticking out of his backpack.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's becoming one.
So, if there's a little bit of time after I found the body, can I just test whether I can destroy the vines, the razor-y ones with my fire? Like if it's resistant to fire or if it burns away just like a plant would?
Yeah, sure.
So you guys found a body. Was it human, dwarf, elf?
It was dead.
It was a corpse.
So you just kind of just like torch a little section of wall?
Yeah, like just where like this opening is. This little. I just want to see if I can burn like.
Way to start the garden on fire. Way to go. Way to burn the garden down.
You know what? I want to burn all these plants down. Death to all plants.
So you spray it. The razor vine kind of sizzles, not completely ineffectually, but it's definitely resistant to fire.
Okay.
But the little thorny vines, they burn quite well, but as they do, they kind of pop and snap, and one of them kind of constricts and fires a volley of darts at you.
Apparently, it doesn't like that.
Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, I sure can. Better than I expected, but maybe still not good enough.
Maybe you're a little high strung right now.
You take 3 points of piercing damage, and can you give me a con save?
Oh, that one.
Is it a disease?
Is it a disease?
No, it's poison.
I got something for that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Looks like all that sniffing of the tomb dust is doing you good.
You take another 3 points of poison damage as well. So yeah, you kind of like walk up to the wall and you're like, and then thing just kind of like constricts and you're like ah, and it kind of like grazes your arm and then kind of just stings and gets inflamed a little bit.
It's like fuck you, man.
After seeing that, I will walk over to Archie and kind of put my hand on her shoulder and say, "How about we don't touch or do anything to any plant in here at all?"
The problem is that to get where I want to go, I need to get rid of the plants. Because if I touch them, they hurt me.
What
and
about,
apparently, I
Druidcraft?
can't burn them away.
Can Druidcraft manipulate small branches? And
I don't know.
What?
I was wondering if Druidcraft can manipulate.
Oh, where do you want to go,
branches.
Archie?
I wanted to kind of see what was in the other end of this crack, but I'm definitely not doing that now.
There.
Oh.
Oh well, it's like it's not. You could barely fit through that.
Well, right, but if there was no vines, that's not a big deal trying to squish through.
Right, but it's not like a natural, or it's not like an intentional thing.
It's a crack.
And
The
you
ground
really
is
want to
pulled
go?
apart by the roots.
And you really want to go into a really super tight little space and stuff like that that's all constricted?
Yeah.
But why?
Totally, because you
Why
never
would
know
we
what you're
do
gonna
that?
find.
Everything around here is trying to kill us, it seems.
Well, I was trying to neutralize the thing that would kill me by going through. Clearly,
It's trying to neutralize us
it didn't
back.
work great. I just
Sometimes
had
We
to
do
test
have
it.
Mother
we do
Nature
have another
fights
one of
back.
these. Apparently, another one of these big mouth
Big
fly trap guys are in
Right, they-
the room that I think we want to get to.
Well, no, because there's 4 small gardens around the center dome. So the northwest small garden, we
Northeast.
hopefully can just choose
Northeast.
northeast. Sorry,
I
the
shouldn't have
northeast
corrected you.
one.
Well, I mean, there is
No,
one
I
up there
wrote it
somewhere.
down correctly.
I know.
I knew where I was meant. I just said it wrong.
But I'm like, just don't like wander blindly into any things.
We should hopefully be able to avoid that garden completely. I think our orchid is past that inside the dome building. I think it's further than that. I think we can hopefully avoid that garden.
So we're going to go up the stairs north?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't we think of like, if you're gonna go do something, say you're gonna go do something and say why.
Buddy.
The buddy system.
Buddy
Because-
system.
I mean, it doesn't even need to be a buddy system,
Yeah.
but if you start wandering off in a direction, we don't know if it's because a plant has hypnotized you or
Yeah.
if it's because you're wanting to explore.
Because, I'm assuming if Archie and Jonah mentioned that they were not in control and stuff like that.
Well,
Did they mention that?
Did
no,
I?
but we didn't think we were in. Yeah, we were fine.
Right, but when you were going over there, why did you want to go over there?
Oh, to go look at the plant.
I wanted to go south.
Yes, because you didn't know what was there, so it wasn't even that you're going to look at the plant. So if you're ever going somewhere and you don't know why you're going there, that's a problem.
Don't go. Why am I going here? Because I got stuff. No,
I got to see stuff, man.
it's a
And if
devious
you're gonna
trap.
if you're gonna poke the plants, do it from far away.
Yeah.
Or just don't.
I didn't,
Or just go.
throw razors at me.
I mean, as much as I like to kill a lot of these plants, I'm pretty sure we're outnumbered.
Well, sure, but if there's a plant in the way where I'm want to look, but you're right. I can do it from a distance. Back up.
They seem to have some range. It shot it at you. I'm not sure how effective that was, but
Going forward, maybe we should try, like, I don't know, scout and stuff like that, but try and search and stuff like that for plants and stuff like that that are different or whatever. You know what I mean? That might be dangerous.
I definitely think
I
that's
am
a good idea.
completely useless in that.
do you guys
regard.
want to sneak?
Well, I know,
I
but,
can,
like,
I can
but me and Blackwind stuff would.
Well, no, I'm just saying, if you want to volunteer, sure.
Yeah.
I could enchant us all with pass us out trace for an hour.
I think the problem is finding plants.
Yeah, actually,
They're
that's-
too stealthy. They're
They
the
are
stealthy
amazing.
ones. So
And
if you
then
have it in
they're not really
reverse,
moving. Yeah.
Because
actually, I mean,
None of them are
maybe.
moving yet.
Well, and yeah, that's true. Like the man trap and the
That is the
assassin
truth.
vine, like until they actually attacked, you could be searching all around you want, but you don't know what to look for. It's just there's like literally thousands of plants clustered everywhere. So to
It's
pick out
fireball.
like that one's dangerous versus that one's just a freaky vine, that's the
Wall of
that's the
fire
big
would be
trouble.
the best spell in your.
Yeah, like,
But that
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
mean, yeah.
like, I might not be able to and stuff like that and stuff, but I'm going to be more, what you call it, perceptive and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I'm looking for, so I just see if anything happens that doesn't look normal or might look dangerous, things like that and all that stuff. Even though I might not be able to tell the difference, I'm going to be more.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
Sure,
and
yeah,
and
problem.
you might pick out something with your nature training that otherwise might not see, right? So
yeah.
You guys.
And whereas before I was just
also-
kind of walking and stuff like that, now I'm going to specifically be doing that while I'm walking.
Or wait, what about sending Gerald into rooms and just like spinning, or and maybe he'll I wonder if they would actually even react to him because he's cold.
Well, the vines might because movement. If we think the flytrap thing had some sort of like charm effect to bring us to it, that wouldn't work on Gerald.
I think I'm overthinking it, but
Donovan, do you
that would trigger movement. Gerald would trigger it.
all
you
right.
want some Kate? It might help you with perception.
What
Be a
is
little bit more alert.
case exactly?
It's it's this awesome magical bean that you can make into a drink if we knew how.
If you knew how.
Only I had invented it.
It's coffee.
They're coffee beans.
They're coffee beans.
But
Oh, I was
he's
just
like
gonna ask
half
And
about
it
the
gives
law.
you +2 to perception checks and +2 to initiative for 1 hour. Downside is you have to make a DC 12 con save or -1 to perception and initiative for 1 hour afterwards.
It has a crash, a caffeine crash.
So you
Yeah.
get the initial benefit and then a con save to potentially get a downside after.
Knowing about the downside and stuff, I think I'd rather just stay focused.
Sure, I could if it gives you that. I mean,
To be fair, the bonus that you get is twice as good as the downside.
It's,
true, but
I mean,
and I have cinderberries that gives you +1 to Constitution.
you could say, Sean, that you're using Keith to be more focused.
I understand
It's your call,
what the
we're
group is
just-
saying. I understand.
Are
I
you
just
saying
don't
he's got
want-
bad focus?
During the situation, I don't want any type of crash on stuff that will affect on stuff my perception on stuff while I'm here. Even though I might get a bonus and stuff like that, the chance on stuff of me having a crash from these and stuff like that, I don't
Why
think
you
it's
take another one? I got one.
Taking them.
You never stop, Keith.
He's like jittering in front of you.
Speaking of,
I love this stuff.
no, it hasn't been an hour
I
here
know.
yet. Yeah.
But still, I could just see it strung out like caffeinated.
You guys have been here. It's probably been like 45 minutes at least since you got here, since you took your last case.
Yeah, we took your tempo.
I do thank Jonah also for offering us it, though. It was very kind.
Well, you should take this, and I will give you the experimental elixir that will give you +1 AC for 10 minutes. I'll put it in the party sheet.
There's no downside.
If you're
to that
going to be...
No doubt.
Yeah, yeah,
This is a real concoction.
This is a stable one.
Also, I laced it with Keith.
Sleight of hand check.
To be honest, he could actually just say that and just feed us these things just for fun and experiment on us like some evil mad doctor.
No,
We would be his
I
puppets.
I'm not going to do that.
No, no.
Because
No.
I
But
will
it would be
offer
funny.
it, but
Just the mad scientist, like, in his, my puppets.
All right, so
Are we gonna move on to move into the
Yeah.
next
Yes.
one?
Yeah, let's
Let's go.
do it.
You guys,
I'm going to I'm going to watch our backs for the next little while.
okay.
Maybe not come forward. Maybe just be like, don't worry, nothing's going to sneak up behind us.
So Donovan and Blackwood in the front, me and Aelin in the middle. Where Jonah, where do you want to be?
oh, I'll be at the back.
With Baz?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try
With Gerald, either way. Okay.
try not to step in buckets.
Buckets.
Ah, I kicked
Yeah, I'll just move
them
you
off
guys
finally.
there for now. All right, Donna Quinn, are you gonna attempt to be stealthy as well?
I am awfully big and round. I can.
Move slowly.
I mean,
So
what's the worst
so
that can happen? You make as much noise as you normally do.
Right?
so
Like I said,
slow that you are invisible to the naked eye.
like I said, if the party's trying to go slower and stuff like that, then I can. So like that if we're trying to be quieter and things.
It's dark and looks like a bad place. Hey,
Oh,
not
I
bad.
would. Yeah, if the tunnel's real dark, I'd cast light.
It's
Oh.
not. It's dim light, but there's light coming in from both the stairs, little shafts of light through the thick canopy, and from the doorway. So it's dim light in here, but it's not dark.
Okay.
I have my light ring too.
Yeah, but you will notice as you guys kind of step up to the threshold and kind of like peer in, there's a very narrow, like only it's enough room to move through, but it's very narrow and kind of clustered with vines and stuff. Passageway that goes left to right here. The whole thing, like you can't really see the sky, maybe tiny little pinpricks of light coming through because it's just this canopy that's overgrown above you as well. but you can kind of, even through the undergrowth, it would be considered the entire room is difficult terrain. That's how tangled it is in here. Across from you, you can, however, see the light of the bottom of this overgrown staircase that leads up. You will also notice as you're entering, there is... Sorry,
More plants.
The plants in this enclosed garden are like nothing you've ever seen. The shapes are fantastic, and the colors are like gems sparkling. Enclosed by high walls, this strangely beautiful garden imparts a sense of serenity. It's very quiet in here. There's no birds or anything chirping really. But you do see on the left side, actually, Doniquin, you'll be the one seeing this. Just on the inside of the doorway, there is a message deeply scratched into the wall. It is in Old Omuan, so you can't read it, I don't believe. You don't have that language, do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I mean, Archie and Aelin are right behind you, so she can. I know Archie can read it.
Yep.
Charlton? That's not Charlton, is it? No.
No, Old Omuan is the. Would Baz be before Jonah on the stairs or after him? Would you like that?
I'm in the back.
Okay.
Not that matter.
Baz is making sure Jonah doesn't wander.
Pretty much. That's why Jonathan's trying to grabbing a plant as we go by, stuffing it into the bag.
Archie, you can see, especially if Blackman lights up his ring.
My eyes.
Yeah, Black, when you light the ring up, it illuminates the room and dispels the dim light essentially. And you can see, there's all these like different colored flowers, and some of them like sparkle and reflect like gems around the room. Create and kind of reflect the light back and kind of like break the light up into like these like prismatic kind of colors, like like a prism.
Magical.
And you can read clearly on the wall, especially with the light now. The scratch in Old Omuan reads. Wait, this is southeast, right? Southeast.
Yep.
Yeah.
North.
Nope. This is southeast of the small gardens. The four gardens around
this is the southeastern small garden. Yeah. It reads, "Great Abtau, free me."
Oh boy.
Kind of scratched into the wall there.
Maybe it was Buddy. That
definitely not like a plaque or anything. This is like gouged into the wall, similar to that betrayed. Like in these deep kind of gouges in the wall.
Interesting.
Maybe
I'm gonna guess someone was trapped in here.
Like our little friends.
Have something to do with it.
I wonder, maybe there's a symbol down there, hidden in the brush.
You want me to investigate underneath where the writing is? Is that the suggestion? I will. No, I'm just clarifying.
We haven't entered, right?
Yeah.
No, you're just kind of like in the doorway, kind of just looking in.
There's another way around.
It says, character that has... Okay. Does anyone have proficiency in both medicine and nature? Is that Donica?
Yes, I do.
You have both,
Yeah, I do.
right? Okay. So, does anybody else have both? Proficiency in both?
Nope.
I don't think so.
I have nature.
Okay. So,
I think Doniquin's the only one with medicine.
Yeah, so Doniquin, you're the only one that potentially can even recognize this. But because you're proficient in both medicine and nature, you recognize that the prismatic looking plants that are all around the room, they are a type of plant. It's very rare plants. They are known as where's the name of them? They're a type of plant known as a soporific. Soporific plants, and there's a variety in here. There's a whole bunch of different varieties in here. Soporific plants are hallucinogenic plants. In a closed space like this, if you were in this garden, in close proximity to them, for an average person, more than like a minute or two, you'd probably start being affected by hallucinogenic pollen in the air. Obviously, you could hold your breath, but if you're just exposed to it, even getting it on your skin after about a minute or two of like heavy exposure, like you would get if you spent a lot of time in this room, passing through it probably be fine. Touching it, even looking around for a brief period, probably fine. But the longer you spend, the harder it would be to stave off the hallucinogenic effects. These particular plants, you could give me a nature or medicine, your choice, to know what exactly the effect of the hallucinogen would be. So whichever one you want to try.
Nice.
Wow, 23. Yeah, the effect of these, a lot of them could probably be used to brew like narcotic tinctures and that kind of things.
Oh, God.
To put yourself in like a dream-like state, almost like lucid dreaming, a very vivid, very acid trippy state. But so you effectively you would be a minute exposure. Is for every minute that you're here, it starts at DC 10 con save and goes up per minute spent exposed by 1. So 10 minutes would be DC 20. Otherwise you'll succumb and you'll become poisoned. You also would be considered charmed by every creature you can see. Which means it's almost like this ecstatic kind of feeling where everybody's your friend, you love everybody, everything's awesome, I want to touch it all, kind of effect.
Jeffrey.
If you fail the save by 5 or more, and the longer you spend, the harder the save gets, remember. If you fail your save by 5 or more, you also fall unconscious, and will remain so until you take damage or you succeed on a saving throw. So if you fell unconscious in here, you could be unconscious until you starve to death, just lying on the floor, just, these plants, I love it. And like unconscious on the floor. So it's not, like I said, it's not brief, a minute, or whatever, couple minutes, even 5 minutes isn't terribly hard, but lengthy exposure can be dangerous.
Okay.
There's
You wanna
enough
do it
here, just
here?
looking with the 23, it would probably take about 30 minutes to really strip this garden if you wanted to try to harvest some stuff out of here. There's probably, just looking at the size of the garden, how much is in here, 30 minutes would be enough to get the maximum value out of the blossoming plants. You could probably gain about 3 pounds of like leaves from these soporifics by spending up to 30 minutes in here. However, of course, you'd be risking exposure. You would also know with the 23 that these are pretty valuable. The merchant Prince Jessamine deals with these kind of soporific plants, and she would pay probably, they're probably worth about 25 gold per pound of leaves you could harvest. So take that as you will, but that's what you would know about what's in here. Also,
rock
before you guys, just because, and remember, this isn't like you're standing here like thinking about this. This is just everything that comes to your mind as you're looking around. So time isn't really passing super fast right now. It's just me talking. But the other thing you'll notice in this room, full of hallucinogenic plants, and I will show them to you. There are 3 that stand out to you because you recognize them. They are known as tri-flower fronds. They are native to Chult. They do grow in the jungles in quite a few different climates in Chult. They are pretty passive creatures. They're not ambulatory or anything, but they are dangerous. If they're disturbed, they are carnivorous plants. You do know with a 23 that they have 3 blossoms, an orange, a yellow, and a red. With these blossoms, they can poison and knock people unconscious if the poison succeeds. They can also spit corrosive sap. It's a sticky sap that, similar to the mantrap sap, has to be washed off. And the red flower is what it uses to basically suck the blood. So if you come close to them, they will try to weaken you with sticky sap, dissolve you, and like suck your blood out with their red fronds. That's how they feed themselves. They don't have attractive pollen like the mantrap does, but if you didn't roll high to identify them, you wouldn't have known they were even there walking by. But you can see that there are three triflowers in this room. They're pretty large. They probably stand about 4.5 feet tall, and this thick stem with these three like one of each color flower sticking out the top. And there's 3 of them in this room.
Okay.
They can sense your presence within about 10 feet, which means there's not really a way past them right now, given where they're situated.
Okay. I relay this to the party, but I do not tell Jonah at all that they're valuable, that they can be used on stuff for potions in any way. I keep that a secret. I do not let him know that. As I
Wait,
believe
you
also
don't let
to
the
be,
party know that?
I don't
Or
let
just-
anybody know that.
Okay.
Yeah, not just you. I know that you knowing this and so like that. So what I'm saying, yeah, I don't portray that part also to the party. I just tell them about the plants that are in there, what they can do and so like that, and the 3 danger ones that I know of also that are there.
Question is, how do we want to? You said that we probably likely can't get around them without
And
drawing
those
their attention.
Yeah, like I
dangerous
said,
ones can move.
I don't know if those
they
3
don't.
can move and so like that, but they basically become active on stuff if they're disturbed on stuff within like a certain radius.
Right.
Yeah.
And that on stuff
Moving
and
very
where's it
slowly.
located?
Sorry, I should clarify. Moving very slowly and carefully, you could potentially get by without disturbing them, but within 10 feet is like the danger zone, where if it senses you, you'll be within
And
range
that
of
means
their various.
longer in the room too.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we feel that there might be another way around,
Or
if
do
this
we
is
just blast them?
Yeah, can we just like burn them from a distance?
possibly
Archie?
we could and something like
I
that. Yeah,
mean,
like
I
I
can
said,
try.
And maybe keep like away in case burning these other plants causes
the
a
reaction.
more
of some sort.
powerful hallucinogenic effect or something.
The hallucinogens are down this hallway too.
Or do we want to just
Yeah,
run,
the whole thing.
hold our breaths and just run past everything and get to the next area?
Maybe we can sneak past?
Remember,
Yeah.
creatures can hold their breath for a minute plus their constitution
Yeah.
bonus in rounds.
Yeah.
So you
In minutes.
In minutes.
right in minutes, yeah. So if you have a con bonus of +2, you can hold your breath for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But
think we can
remember,
roll
the hallucinogenic, it's not just breathing in; it's also like pollen exposure on
Touching
skin.
it again.
So the air in here, basically being in the room, doesn't matter if you're
Sweating.
breathing or not. I would say it'd probably slow it down if you're not also breathing it in. But if you're holding your breath, and it's still going to get on you potentially. But remember, it starts at a DC 10 after a minute, and then goes up from there. So it depends how long you think it might take you to get past, how long you want to attempt to be in this room.
I can enhance
If you
our
want.
ability to get by. I don't know how well it will work, but I could give us pass without trace.
A leg
I
up.
think, yeah, I think we try.
Because if they can't if they can't detect on stuff within that 10 feet on stuff that we're
Yeah.
there, they might not even activate whatsoever on stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
They
if you
have
guys
a harmful
want to try it from
fume.
range.
And if they do, we should just bolt.
Yeah,
as
if we
fast as you can.
some people get up to the high ground away from the fumes and then
Do we
rain
want-
bloody hell down.
Do we want Gerald to go first, since he can't be affected by basically any of this stuff? So that if something does get triggered, he hopefully would be the. I guess it depends on whoever makes some noise or whatever would be attacked. Not necessarily Gerald.
if Gerald can't get affected, can Gerald, like, for some reason also something happened and somebody went unconscious, could Gerald go through and pick them up?
Yes.
Maybe he shouldn't go first then. Maybe he should wait until other people go through.
Sure.
And if something
come
bad
last.
happens and they fall prone or whatever, until like that possible, he could go through and so like that and pick them up on stuff and carry them to safety.
Yeah. So Gerald, as a note, just so Donaquin knows, he is currently set to listen to the verbal commands of anybody in the party. Right.
So if Archie falls unconscious, you guys can command Gerald.
Okay.
It's Gerald.
But Archie's commands always override what you guys tell him. Though.
Jeez.
I like the pass without trace thing.
It will definitely be a boon for sure, and it'll last for an hour. And
Sure.
Is it concentration?
everybody, yes, it is.
Okay, just checking.
I believe. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. Yes.
I just one other note, just looking at, because you guys mentioned, oh, maybe we can burn them. That possibly, yes. This place is heavily overgrown. That fire could get out of control, and you don't know if there's going to be if it could potentially release toxic fumes into the air as well. It may not make it safer to move through this room if it was on fire.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you can't shoot firebolts at things at range, but there's that downside.
Fire has that effect. Okay, so target friendly units. Yay, pass without trace.
Is that just a spell, or is that one of your once per day abilities?
It's a spell.
It is? Okay.
It's a spell effect. Everybody has +10. It should, I hope.
+10.
It doesn't.
No.
We just have to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because I don't think the effect really.
Yeah, you can't add skill modifiers to effects in Fantasy Grounds. It just doesn't
That's right.
understand. I don't believe, anyways. But just know any stealth roll you make is at +10.
Yeah. I think
And there's the added bonus as well that you don't actually leave tracks behind, so you can't be tracked by survival.
Yeah.
Even on like snow, you walk, you don't even leave footprints
Ah, you surpass.
without trace. Yeah.
The only way to be followed would be by magical means.
Or maybe sent.
Right.
All
Oh,
right.
and Donaquin, I gave
actually-
you an experimental elixir in the party. It'll last for 10 minutes and it'll increase your AC.
Would that be more useful also for somebody else with a lower AC? As my natural armor also for my shell also gives me pretty good protection already.
Well, if you'd like to give it to someone else, that's fine, but I gave it to you.
I would offer it on. I would thank you very much for it, but I believe also that with my AC also my armor also is high enough. I think that somebody else would benefit from it more than me, as I don't plan on being in the front lines either.
Our ACs are amazing.
Does anybody want to? Did anybody take it from Donaquin then? He prefers it to the rest of you.
I could take it, or actually even Baz could take it, or Aelin, just to give them that extra boost, as they are generally
Right up there.
in range. I have the range melee attack, so it not as often.
Baz,
What was that?
you want a +1 AC for 10-minute potion?
Give it to Aelin.
My AC's better than yours.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got less health than I do.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you don't get hit.
All right. I'll take it.
I was gonna say, Archie's gonna let this go for 1 minute, and then she's taking it. After the
Alright.
last room.
1 hour later, we finally made a decision.
All right.
Alright,
So the
let's-
magic settles in. You find yourself moving with as practiced ease as the Blackman's magic settles over the party. You're not really disturbing the grass too much as you move about. Your footsteps
We
seem
actually-
muffled at best on the rocks, on the cobbled steps. So you want to
Let's
try to
go.
sneak through the room?
Oh yeah, let's do
Yep.
it. Let's do this, Leroy.
Okay. I assume you go pretty much single file. So who goes first? We'll just do this.
Are you going
Uh,
first, Blackman, or would
I
you like
actually have to remain in the center.
Okay.
Like, so everybody has
Oh,
to
it's a radius,
remain within
right.
a certain radius of me.
Okay.
Actually, I better double check.
I will
Yeah.
go ahead and just drink the elixir now.
Okay.
Even if we go single file, if we're
Okay.
5 apart, we'll be within 30.
I will go first then,
I
also
just
being at
remembered
the top of the stairs.
It is a radius of 30 feet. So yeah, we'll have to stay a pretty tight
That's to say, as long as we're within
line.
5 of each other, we're
Yeah.
we're within your 30.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. So we'll go Donaquin, Black. Well, let's just do them in order as people
Actually,
move into
if
the room.
if we're all single file, it doesn't matter where Blackwind is. It'll reach on either.
That's what I mean. It doesn't matter if he's in the middle or not, as long as.
I think it might be better if I
I think
I went
Donovan
more in the
first
middle.
makes sense because he knows where those 3 are. So
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, he's the one
Donovan-
that saw them.
just
And then we
follow the
just-
wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Donna Quinton, give me a stealth check plus 10 as you move within 10 feet of the flowers for the first time.
Yeah, I guess we could get clean across the room, can't we?
Good thing you had plus 10.
That's why I said Jesus.
I need to check what kind of senses these guys have.
Well, like I said, I'm assuming I can't. Because I can't see. Is that how the room is, Corey? Also, where it's like cut off like that?
What do you mean cut
Or-
off?
Oh, it's just because I don't have line of sight to the north at all.
Yeah,
Is that 'cause I'm-
that's the wall.
Okay. I
Or
wasn't
sorry,
sure if
can you
Oh,
see it
okay.
now?
because am I allowed to stand like here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because knowing also that sense is also between 10, like, because I can go around like this way. You know what I mean? Because then it gets out of the range also of that one fully.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Knowing and stuff like that the radius is 10 feet. Once I can get past these first 2, then that other one doesn't reach me until the very end. So that's the path that I would take.
Okay.
And that is the
Sounds
path that we all would follow.
And you guys are just so I'm clear, you guys are staying like within 5 feet of each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Archie,
Yeah.
you're next.
We're
Okay,
basically
So
on a roll.
I will narrate depending on your role. So Archie, you're next. So Donaquin, I'll just move you over the stairs. Nothing as you're moving through, at least to here. Archie would be within 5 feet. So this is when Archie would start rolling. So roll your stealth. Nice.
Turns into a ghost.
Who's after
And-
Archie?
I'll go
Probably
next.
Gerald, or is Gerald? Am I telling Gerald to go at the end?
I
Gerald's
thought
going
Gerald
at
was
the
holding back so he could grab people if he needs to. I'll just put
No,
Gerald
that's
here.
You know, it's just a suggestion and so that's
Sounds-
It's totally.
Making
I can telepathically
27,
tell him.
Okay. Who's after Aelin?
yeah, that would be.
Blackwind, do you want me in the
Blackwind.
middle or do you want to go at the end?
Yeah, sure, I'll go. Just that way, it kind of.
Okay.
I can get the best of all the worlds. Stealthy plus 10. Ah,
Nice.
Nice.
you
I'm-
guys,
I'm
you
waiting-
can't see me.
I'm waiting for the nat one. Actually, nat one's not an auto fail on skill
No.
checks. So the worst you guys could possibly do is 11 if you have no bonus. What?
Jonah?
Jonah?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Everybody is much better than this than me.
That's the shell.
Well, it's because you have to pay attention to where
You
you're
got
going.
like wind chimes on you.
All right.
Like Donovan is carving out the route. We're just following.
Yeah. Baz, you're the last one.
There we go.
Oh, you have disadvantage because of your armor. Sorry. Okay. And Gerald?
All right, buddy.
Was Gerald waiting till you guys were all the way through before he starts going through?
That would be smart.
Yeah, he probably.
Like he can stand here until.
It doesn't really matter as long as he.
Well, it matters
is
if he triggers the plants while you guys are still near them, right?
Yeah, we can wait until
Fair
we're
enough.
all gone.
That works.
Okay.
We cheer him on. Come on.
So I'll just move you guys out of the
They've been
garden.
pretty reliable sneaking.
Donaquin steps off of the stairs and gets just consumed by a man trap.
I was just gonna say that. That was so close.
Okay.
We all disappear into its mouth.
So, at the top of the stairs, you're out of range of the flowers. So Gerald will then attempt to make his way past.
He doesn't. Does he have the plus 10?
Yep.
It's
Oh,
up
yeah,
to
he's
6
barely
other
in it.
people, right?
I'm
Right,
at range.
Blackwind has
Oh,
to stay.
yeah. So
But
well,
he's
I mean,
he's barely in range.
he would know that though. So Blackwood might stay where Baz is until Gerald's across. Okay, you guys find
Do you even know where
yourselves
I am?
out,
I'm a ghost.
unless you guys do anything else. You guys find yourself out of the danger zone through this patch. I'm going to.
I want to check out that random plant right up here.
No, Jonah, grab him.
It's just a random plant.
So, you guys, I'll leave it to you guys to remember those are there if you go back through that room for any reason. So you guys moved pretty slowly, but faster than you would have without Pass Without Trace. You don't seem to have disturbed anything. I don't believe anybody.
You don't believe anybody?
I don't believe anybody. No.
In general,
one.
in life. Why bother?
Yeah. Would you think?
God, I love Pass Without Trace.
Do you think you guys would have spent more than a minute passing through there? Probably not, right?
Not
You
with
wouldn't be
Pass
going
Without
that
Trace.
slow. Even if
Pass Without Trace.
I would say if you didn't have Pass Without Trace, so you'd probably have to go
Even-
real slow.
Like
But
the plants.
even then, difficult terrain plus your speed, no, it wouldn't even take. It's not that far. It's like
If we'd spent a round on every single square, we still would have been less than a minute.
yeah, exactly. So it's not. Okay, so you guys pass through. You come out the other side, and you can see you're on this raised terrace. You'll be able to see north of you is a fantastic domed structure. And I know we're running near the
There's a
end
bush
here.
in the way.
But
You can see it.
oh, sorry.
What does it look like?
Here, you can move around.
No.
Here. Oh, there's still a bush there. Anyways,
Bushes.
let me open that. There we go, because you can see off the top there.
Can we see across to the bottom too, across the break?
Yeah, there we go.
Cool. Thanks.
Because you're higher now.
Oh boy, are we?
So yeah, you can see that there is a large domed structure with big, large double bronze doors that are
Double
that are,
doors?
that are closed at the
Double
top of
bronze
at the
doors.
top of a steep staircase.
Oh, okay.
There are what looks to be like carved wolf. Are they wolves or boars? They're wolves. Or some sort of like dog-like creatures. Whether they're wolves or not, it's hard to say. Around the edges. And then you can also see over here that there are more elephant heads carved in the sides of a very large structure. It's like if you move up here, you can see it. Very large structure. And then to the south, beyond where that crumbled gorge is, it's not very wide. Like you could hop across it pretty easily, probably. You can see that there is another domed structure that rises up over here that has like that broken bit of statue on the top that's crumbled down. You don't know what's in there, but it's some sort of building you could enter. So there's and then the only other way off of this is there's another staircase here that leads down into another garden that's also, you can see the canopy kind of overgrown in there, and it's obvious that's the garden that you were told contains one of those man traps, according to the monkeys. So yeah, but as we are running up to 10 o'clock, I think we should end our session here. You guys are good with that?
Sure.
I'd love to have a cliffhanger, but I don't really have anything. There's a... Yes, good idea, Blackwood. Ninjas suddenly leap from the trees. No.
No, we are ninjas.
Monkey
We are the
ninja.
shadows. Oh god, flying monkeys. Ah.
Monkey ninjas.
Monkey
Flying
ninjas.
monkey ninjas. My
Yeah.
worst nightmare.
Yeah, so we'll end the session here. You guys can continue your exploration of the Garden Palace of Nangalore, and hopefully you're getting close to your prize of the Black Orchid. ideally it's in that building to the north. But what else is here? Is there vast treasures? Are you guys going to get the Black Orchid and fuck off before you die? Who knows?
Will they collect the treasures?
Fortune
And we have to
favors the
map
bold,
it.
however, so...
I have to map it. Basically, at this point, Archie's like, I want to see what's in the circle at the bottom of this one, the circle at the top of this one, and the main big circle. After that, she's just going to assume everything is mirrored on the other side and we're good.
No one knows.
But it's broken.
There's artifacts there.
You know,
Yeah.
she'll write this crane beast up here. You know,
Bones.
she'll write spiders in the bottom so that they
you're
have
gonna
like,
half-ass the map because you're scared of spiders.
not half-assing it.
I mean,
Okay.
you're literally
Lie.
half-assing
You're
it.
literally half-assing it.
I am using my intellect to
To
Assume
completely
that it-
guess half of the map.
See, you're worried about the things we can see.
What about the
I'd be more worried about the
history?
things that we
What
can't
about
see.
artifacts and history? And what if there's something
Spiders.
profound in one of those buildings? Archie's gonna leave here not exploring the ruin after itching to explore ruin this whole game? Crazy.
If we can collect this flower, like lickety split, at least then we'll have it,
Yeah.
and then we can do
Then
whatever
if
we
shit
want.
hits the fan, you can run.
And
Yeah.
we can just
Yeah, if we blow up a room and it catches on fire and starts lighting everything on fire, I mean, we could just find a safe spot and get some marshmallows and watch. And hopefully don't get poisoned to death by fumes.
we
Well,
need that flower.
well,
Flower
we'll-
first.
we will find out what happens next time. But for now, let's do our
Same
little
bad
round table
time.
here. So why don't we start with? We'll just go in order this time. Andre.
Oh, enjoyed it. Nangalore is very cool and exciting and interesting and deadly. I mean, there's just a lot of good moments. I can't think of any like individual roses, but I just enjoyed all of it. I mean, thorns, literally the thorns.
I would say that would be Brad's.
Thorns everywhere.
The thorns. At the beach.
Actually, I would say a rose, a specific rose, is the bravest Boulderborn graffiti trail that we're following. That's just been really delightful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Who? Brad.
Good stuff. Fun session. Fun RP. I'm enjoying how we're. It feels like we're defining that Jonah is like a druggie more so than God is.
That's fine. I'll go with it.
You are actually making me laugh so much, man. Like,
It's like we're just deciding. Nope, this is how Jonah is happening. But
For me, it's naive experimentation.
no,
he's a drug dealer. Hey man, you want a free one?
But I also understand that as like Jonah's personality probably is just like, I'm just curious. Yeah.
Well, see, and that's why Archie kind of like gets it, because for her, it's like she kind of views it as like scientific experimentation. So it's academic study what he's doing. It absolutely makes sense.
But yeah, good stuff. Excited to see more of this crazy jungle plant town.
Liz.
Yeah, so I love that we're finally at in runes again. It's so frustrating that everything is nature and it's just kicking Archie's ass. It's funny, you know, because failure is funny, but I'm rolling like crap. So it's just like, she's supposed to be good in runes, and this is just the exact opposite of anything that she's good at.
Dirt ruins.
She didn't even think twice about going up and trying to burn the plant. It's a stupid plant. She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch it because look, it's razor blades. But like, didn't even think twice about that it would explode and hurt her. Like,
Good
so
times.
yeah.
Now we know.
Now you know.
Also, don't
Fermentation.
give me shit about actually playing up one of my character flaws, Corey.
I'm not. I'm just.
Arachnophobia?
Yeah.
I'm dangling a carrot. That's all I'm doing. All right, Sean.
One of her flaws is that she has a secret fear of spiders.
I don't think that ever came out before, has it?
Not
It
yet.
is not. She has a secret fear of a common wild animal, and in her work, she ends up seeing them everywhere. Spiders. So,
Sean.
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, I liked Nangalore and that, especially because there's lots to do with nature.
I
So I thought
know.
that was pretty cool. It's like I said, it's the exact opposite with these things. Like I said, I felt at the beginning, the only thorns I felt at the beginning, I wasn't doing much. I was just kind of making rolls here and there until like the later half. And the later half also, once we started to get a little bit more into Nangalore and so like that, I found doing more and things like that. So it was really good. But yeah, other than that, no real thorns and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited now to see more of it.
Two. John.
Yeah, I like the nature aspect of it. It's cool. Also, it's cool that it's sort of laid out like a dungeon where here is this room and here is this room, but it sort of also makes sense with it being like a garden and like each garden sort of having a theme.
Mhm.
So that's cool. The only thorn I would be the monsters on the map. Like
I
pre-planned.
Yeah.
If I was
Photoshop.
better with Photoshop, yeah, that
That's
requires Corey to actually know how to have the program, know how to use it, and not just give it to Liz to fix for me. So then she knows the
Well,
So
better.
then she'd be like, "Oh, here are all the creatures. Please get rid of the man-eating map."
I'm pretty good at not metagaming, so I
Correct.
absolutely wouldn't say
I think we
Corey,
could just make you a tree that you could just like plop onto stuff or something.
Yeah.
Corey, I can show you in literally 30 seconds how you could have gotten rid of that thing with like almost no effort.
Oh.
And
I have all the map assets too, so if you want those to just like drop a tree.
you don't even need to do that. It's
Well,
yeah,
Doesn't Fantasy
it
Ground
doesn't.
have a mapping?
not even that.
This has been the first map where it's been a real problem that I noticed. So I don't think, and literally the two things that stood out to me is like, way to ruin the surprise, guys. This plant is indistinguishable and can't be seen, and then you put it on the goddamn map. Like, you could have just. And the thing that really bugs me, there's a DM map and there's a player map, and they put it on the player map. They didn't remove it when they, like. That's like having the big red X where the trap is. Like, come on.
The line of sight and the fact that we got charmed immediately by stepping up definitely, I think, helped with that, because
That's true.
it was like, okay, we can
Yeah.
see it, but we know this is happening anyway because we're just like.
I guess the other party members. It wasn't like I guess if it would have been a little bit different if you like messaged us and be like, you have a sudden urge to go south, then maybe people would have been following us. But that was the only thing was that. Other than that, yeah, I think it's a fun place to explore. I think there's a lot of hidden history with the not only the graffiti, but the other messages that we're getting. It's a cool way to tell the story in little chunks. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Was there?
Oh.
Sorry, was there? Just saying that reminded me. Was there no plaque by the face sculpture that was up near the man trap?
No, there was no plaques up there.
The man's face was different. Was the woman's face the same, or
Yeah.
was it a different face? It was
It's the same woman, yeah. Right?
Yeah, no, this was a really awesome dungeon, I think. It felt like a living dungeon, literally. Like, so much dynamic to it, kind of. And it felt like, as a group, we all had our, like, Archie, I mean, as much as it was not your niche, but it was, you played it awesome. And it's nice to know your little phobia, because I've been trying to play my more obvious with my superstitions. Like,
Well,
doesn't
and
really
Archie's been
change
trying to
much,
hide it.
yeah.
She's been trying to hide, but at that moment, when it happened, it surprised her, and then she was, crying and really hurt. So
And
she's not
I
thinking
would
about.
I would like to say everybody deserves a inspiration point, because I think everybody did such a great job today. Like, just the stuff and how everything played out. It just felt organic. I don't know.
Organic.
Forget the pun. That actually
Good
slipped out. I
one.
wish I did that on purpose, but I didn't. But I think, Jonah, he was awesome. Just I'm actually kind of curious because I just have this picture of like a tweak from South Park in a way, just you on caffeine.
Especially after last night.
Yeah.
Your hair's just
That's
getting
true.
like
Jonah,
nice
out
ago.
there.
Jonah's barely slept in the last like whatever
Oh.
day and a half now.
And I understand Sean's point of view too. Like sometimes there's always those times, and it happens every now and again where you kind of end up being like kind of like, okay, I just do my dice rolls here and there. But sometimes it just you find it and then you don't and you lose it. It all depends. But I hear you on that. I've been there. We've all been there, I think. And but I mean, I have no thorns, and I really do think everybody deserves a point of inspiration if they can get one. And that was fun, Corey. This is a great dungeon so far. It was probably my favorite dungeon I've ever played so far.
Oh,
Just,
fun.
it seems.
I wish I could say I created the whole thing. I just modified it heavily. But
I do believe though, like if with that map, like if it was a physical copy for the game, like they probably had it as from the book, that you could easily cover it with said like maybe a little cutout of a tree or something.
yeah, or something, yeah. Or yeah, if I would have just drawn it out and
Yeah.
not drawn a man trap
But
there.
Brad is right. Like the photoshops or even a quick any kind of picture thing, you probably could do it in 2 minutes if you
Yeah.
looked at it. It's not hard. I figured some of it out.
Well, I will look into it. Okay. Okay, well, we'll wrap up. Yeah, we'll end here. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Magic Mythal, Tomb of Annihilation. We live stream on Sunday nights starting at 4 p.m. here on Twitch, and the weekly sessions are posted up on YouTube as well. If you enjoy watching these, consider giving us a follow and turning on notifications, and you'll see when we go live. Thank you again. Thank you to all my players. And until next time, have a great night.